Shalom, Israel. Want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI, BAHASHAM, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops at Great Millstone. And peace and salutations and peace and mercy to the prophets, the hopeful elect, the 144,000, and to the men and women of the 12 lost tribes of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Shalom. Back with another lesson. I'll title this one, In the City, Everything is in Chaos. In the city, everything is chaos. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Call halal, Yimla, Allahayanawa, Abanawa, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. And something that's on my spirit, and as the title reads, everything in the city is in chaos. And what we're witnessing is the breaking down, the collapse of Babylon. The U.S. spiritually known as Sodom and Egypt. The collapse is happening, and right along with the collapse, we know this is the Great Reset, the Great Esau is just, he's trying to start over, and we know he's gonna bring forth that micro C hip, the new world's currency, which is spoken about in Revelation the 13th chapter, the mark, the MARK, where no man could buy or sell. But you got all these protests that are continuing throughout the U.S. And Tom Herman, the border czar, in his interview the other day, he was going into people. He had over 1,000 people protesting at his house, in front of his house. You see, and these ICE agents, life is on the line. And just a while ago, you had a man filming himself, right in the middle of an ICE raid, and he was basically threatening the ICE agents, that he's going to kill them, and telling them what you're going to do when we start to attack you. And Tom Herman was saying that any day now, these ICE agents is going to come to a point where they're going to have to start taking lives, because it's too many threats. It's it's a tough task, man, battling the people, and this is causing a major division, especially in these sanctuary cities. The writing is all over the wall, man, and the political uproars. You know, um, you know, uh, any day now, man. This Apostle Tahar named this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble and Esau's destruction. And this is going to lead to civil unrest. This is going to lead to insurrection, which is spoken about in 2nd Ezra, the 15th and 16th chapter. But I'm not going to make this too long. I'm going to go straight to the point, because you got job layoffs, you got protests, you got deportations. You have all of these things that are going on, and this is all prophecy. Because the Lord told you in Matthew the 24th chapter that there shall not be one stone left unturned. And the Lord is sending fanners unto this place. Crisis after crisis. And now you could be jailed for being homeless. here in California, but in the Bay Area down there in San Jose, you know, you know, the mayor is coming out saying if you refuse to take shelter, you're going to jail. So and it's getting physical. Because right along with these ICE agents and task force, they're putting their hands on you and hauling you off. But it is coming down to how much can the people take. You know, the Lord told you that He was going to stir up war like a man of jealousy. Let me go here. You got protests and rallies and deportations and job layoffs, and people are just they're fed up with this right now. Sluggish wages, inflation. Let me go here. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Let me go here. Isaiah 24 and 8. Isaiah 24 and 8, and it reads, it says, the mirth of the tabrets ceaseth. See, the mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoiceth endeth. The joy of the harp ceaseth. Mirth, all the celebrations and festivities and things like that. It ceaseth. All the loud music, and it's starting to be turned down. It says 9. It says they shall not drink wine with the song. See, they shall not drink wine with the song. Strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it, and people are there's a big time problem with alcoholism right now in this place. People are drinking to a point to their having alcohol poisoning. You see, and right along with the celebrations and festivities and things like that, these nightclubs. You have a lot of nightclubs that are closing throughout the U.S. because the whole inflation, the cost of living. A lot of people just they don't have it. The cost of alcohol in these clubs and venues and things like that, they're closing. See, over 100,000 people have already been fired here in this place this year in 2025. The writing is all over the wall, man. It says 10. It says 10. It says the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up that no man come in. Yeah, because we're entering that time of 2nd Ezra, the 15th and 16th chapter. There's a crisis right now with people. You got criminals and stuff. You got these policemen that are sitting in these cop cars on their time off and being attacked. There's more robberies to these stores and homes and things like that. People are they're being more. People are in alert mode, and more attacks happening on elder citizens, on women, and things like that. Violence is ramping up, man. Theft. People are taking. You got criminals that are taking taking vehicles and ramming them into stores and taking the ATMs and doing things like that. And you even have right now. They've been breaking into these celebrities and athletes' homes, taking their stuff. But it's gonna get far worse than this as we move closer into deeper into Jacob's trouble. But it says every house is shut up that no man come in. It says 11. It says there is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. See? The mirth of the land is gone. Because at the end of the day, man, people's, our rights are about to be stripped from us. Trump told you that his task, they want to detain and deport 3,000 people a day. It's finna come to, if they want you here or not. It don't matter if you're born here or not. And to Jake, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Indians, you tribes, the hunt is on, man. The hunt is on. It says 11, it says, there's a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. Right. People want answers, man. All these different protests and on people's wages and things like that, the collapse of education. People want answers on this. And then you have a lot of our people trying to unite and come together. It's not under the will of the Lord. It's according to their will on what they want to do. It isn't the will of the Lord. And that's why the Lord said, there shall be no, they shall seek peace and there shall be none. Because, a lot of our people are into wickedness, man. They continue to reject the Lord's word. And then they go every other place to try to find peace. And it ain't going to be none. Until the Lord come back and restore, until the Lord come back and destroy these other nations and, ultimately to deliver the elect out of his people. It ain't going to be no peace until then. But matter of fact, let me go here. It says 12. Couple more and I'll close out. 12, it says, in the city is left desolation. See? In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. These cities are going to be burned down, man. All your grocery stores, your schools, your colleges, when it's just total lawlessness. Power outages. It's gonna be a great insurrection, man. A great insurrection coming like we've never seen before. See, and starting with the apostles on down here at Great Millstone, we've been warning you, Jake. We've been warning you, man, that the times is coming where you're going to have the Lord. Your money ain't going to save you. Matter of fact, let me go here. Call halal, Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWAHSHI. Proverbs 8 and Proverbs 8 and 17, and it reads, Proverbs 8 and 17, it says, I love them that love me. See, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. Right? So the Lord is telling you, those that love me, they're going to seek me early. And now is the time right now, because we have famine of hearing the words of the Lord coming. And once that famine of hearing the words of the Lord come, that's it. That's it. All hell is finna break loose. It says, I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me. It says 18, it says, riches and honor are with me, yea, durable riches and righteousness. It says 19, it says, my fruit is better than gold. My fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold. My revenue than choice of silver. The Lord said, my instructions, my advice is better than money. Take my advice rather than money. Because money ain't going to save you in the end here. It's not going to save you. It says, my fruit is better than gold, yea, than fine gold. My revenue than choice silver. And see, a regular man can't understand this of the world. This is spiritual. See? So, coming back to seek the Lord, you're gonna have protection and ultimately to be delivered in this terrible, treacherous time that we ain't never seen before. The Lord has everlasting riches that are not corruptible. The Lord said, take my instructions, take my advice rather than money. Shalom.